here's another thing. This is why we need the patriarchy. And what do I mean? Look, a lot of people don't understand, and I'm going to show you a video. I warn you, it's disturbing. It happened on a New York subway. I'm not joking. There was a story that happened 2 weeks ago in Philly. Yeah. Someone was raped on the train. Nobody did anything. Mm-hmm. And this happened on a New York subway. And keep in mind that this did not happen in... I know a lot of people who are minorities and have absolutely have legitimate grievances with the way things were done. But women who have grievances with patriarchy, in a lot of ways, don't understand that men were humiliated and punished severely if there was any kind of abuse of a woman that was discovered in private or in public. This idea that there was a culture where men were free to beat up women, no, that's actually not the case. That's what you've heard the term whipping post. It was primarily used for domestic abusers. And then if your wife beat you, you were also dragged through the street and humiliated because you were a giant. So this is how culture used to be. And they say chivalry is dead. But I think it's quite more substantial than that. This happened this last week on a New York subway. Here you go.
My train riding and my feet.
So he's accusing her of being a racist. She said take a chill pill.
Listen, yo, you wildin'. She a female. What? That's OD. That's OD.
Now, there's so much wrong with that clip.
Yeah, that's the least surprising thing I've ever seen on a New York subway.
No, I know.
I was going to say, yeah, I think this is just typical.
Now, a part of me thinks probably got what they voted for. You know, you think of pink hair, it's just an estimate. Doesn't matter.
Just a guess.
I don't know. Some rumors have been circulating that guy there is a boyfriend. Whether he is or not, someone needs to get their ass kicked.
Yeah. Yes. He wiling.
Now, the problem is when you're on a New York subway, look, here's the option. If it wasn't being recorded, guy steps in, beats the guy's ass. Guess what? You're guilty of a hate crime. You lose your Second Amendment rights. And this guy can go out on cashless bail because, as you see, he was trying to set the narrative that she was racist for asking him to take a chill pill. The other option is you do something and you have a group of black Americans in the subway who kick the crap out of you despite having seen him hit a woman. This is a very tough, but this is the problem. This is the problem with right now in this country going, I'm a white guy, black guy. Man hits woman in the face, by the way, like a bitch. She stays up like a champ, like Jake LaMotta. Never got me down. You never got me down, you colored subway fella. Never got me down. That's what she said. So I will say kudos to her.
Yeah.
This is one of those situations where it should be, someone hits woman, gets his ass kicked.
Of course.
Regardless of race.
I thought this was an absolute known thing that was going to happen. Look at that video. Not one guy steps in.
No, the guy looks up. He goes like,
"Where's Bernard Getz when you need him?"
I know. And by the way, this guy did it in front of his kids. Did you see his son standing right there watching him hit?
I would kick his ass in front of his kids. And I look,
first time his kids saw that.
No,
well,
it's not
of
the
course
first time.
not. Of course not. But it should have been one of the times where he saw his dad get his ass kicked for doing something stupid.
And you know what? Let's even say this. People say, "Oh, tough guy." Okay, maybe let's say the guy kicks my ass. Let's say the guy, he was just he pulled that punch. Doesn't matter. You're going to make him wish he didn't do it in public. You're going to take his ear, his lips, something. You got to make it sting and make him wish that he didn't act that way in public.
Yeah.
And nobody on that train does anything. Back in the day, you could duel the son of a bitch. Think of that for a second.
Slap him across the face with a glove.
I'm guessing you'd win in a fight, judging by how she took the punch.
Yeah. I mean, she took it like a champ.
She did, honestly.
The guy next to her, here, if you go back to that video, the guy next to her still has his back turned to the guy, and he's doing this with her, like,
to her.
You go back. Yeah, he brings up his hand to her, like, you stay back, you stay. That does nothing and also exposes himself to this guy. Here's the thing. Everyone would like to say, I would have knocked that fool out. Look, you're not going to react that quickly when this happens, right? A girl gets hit.
Well, it's shocking.
You'll be like, what?
Yeah,
did that guy just hit a woman?
Yeah.
So it's going to take a process. But you know what you should do? Ma'am, are you recording? Okay, please continue recording. Everyone step back. This man's about to learn a lesson.
Yeah.
He's about to fight.
And it should have happened by 5, 6, 7, 10 guys should have stepped up and said, that's not going to happen on the train.
Well, thank God we don't have that toxic masculinity anymore. And this is the problem with teaching young men that all violence is bad. I was raised in Montreal, okay? I went to Centennial Regional High School in Greenfield Park. You guys can look at it. We had a zero tolerance policy, which meant if you were turtling and a guy was wailing on you and you pushed him away, you both got suspended.
Stupid.
Because it was all violence. It was all the same. And we've conditioned a generation of men to not stand up for themselves. We've conditioned a young generation of men to see everything through the prism of race. And we've conditioned a young generation of men to believe that any of their natural masculine urges, including, by the way, that of protecting our women, has been vilified. And so do you know what happens? The evil run free.
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.